uh, uh, blow out a disagreement with somebody, um, and feelings are hurt, and it's so big that you have to separate before y'all end up like killing each other. Not that big, but just at that moment in the heat, you don't see any way around it at that moment to repair the relationship, and you both have to go your separate ways. And then for days after that, you can't talk to each other. You can't even lock eyes for any small period, smallest bit of moment. You just can't be around each other. Sometimes, if you work together, you might even be forced to evolve some kind of formal relationship so that, at least you can get some work done. You have like the most basic minimal contact. Excuse me. And it's just not the same as it was before. But really, for the most part, you are filled with tension with a smaller proximity to the other person. If you're in the same room, you feel like something about and the inside you's about to explode. Well, that's kind of how the relationship between mankind and God has been until, the culminating moment in history, unlike any other. His plan all along to reconcile us through Jesus Christ, God, Son of God himself. We have been in that rut that whole time. We chose not to follow the directive of an incorruptible, holy, how do I say, what's another word for smart? Omniscient. He is never wrong. He can't be wrong. I mean, there's no computer that even, there's no group of supercomputers that can, he cannot be wrong. And we decided to disobey him. We chose to go our own route. And that, so that dissolved whatever connection we had with God. And we've been in a rut ever since. Humanity has ever since, even to this day, even after Jesus, people are still trying to take that formal approach. And that's what you call religion, or institutionalized religion. People try to be legal, do bare necessities just so they can get by. But it doesn't cut it down, does it? There's no true remorse behind it. There's no official reconciliation. There's no seeing eye to eye. It's not the same as it was. It's not right. True reconciliation comes from, you see, to be the bigger man and to humble yourself, you have to come forth and say you're sorry. God's not going to do that, because if he said he was sorry, he would in fact be lying, and that would not make him God. He did the next best thing. He met us halfway. No, he came to our house. He became man. He lowered himself to our standard. He came to our level and extended a show of peace. He offered us his hand. We only have to reach forth with our open hands, say we're sorry, we're wrong. There's no other way to your house but through you, Jesus, and hold on to that hand. And put all our trust in it, because there is no other way. We can't do it. No other false god can do it. Our laws can't help us do it. We can't achieve that righteousness ourselves. Only through Jesus. You put all your trust in him. First, you got to admit you're wrong. First, you got to admit that there was zero chance in any relationship you might be able to forge with him that you could do it. Your relationship's not, it's only through him that we can get salvation. True faith, because of his grace, his mercy, because he's the bigger man, he always has been. And he came down and he paid a terrible price to make that happen. A terrible price at the worst time in history. The best time in history for all of us, but the worst time for him, the agonizing death. He was dealt. But hey, don't let that death go to waste. Yeah. And that's the gospel of peace.